Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome to the 26th of May. It's over 84 degrees. It's a warm and a balmy day here in Austin, Texas. And today is a very special day. Today in history, in 1907, John Wayne was born. That's right. In 1907, John Wayne was born. I'm here at the Sacred Heart Memorial Cemetery in Oak Hill, Texas. I thought this would be a fitting location for such a special occasion for the day that the Duke was born. John Wayne received his nickname, the Duke, as a young boy. On his way to school or whatever he was doing, there was a fireman on his route. And John Wayne was always with his Annandale Terrier. It's quite a large terrier in the terrier breed. And the fireman called John Wayne Little Duke, and the nickname stuck. And to this day, he'll be known as the Duke. John Wayne has an extensive career, over 30 years, with over 179 movie and television productions. 30 years he reigned as an international movie star. He was something else. He was bigger than life, John Wayne was. I'm just going to skim over some of the highlights of this gentleman's life. It would be impossible to cover all the accomplishments and the accolades and the awards that this gentleman received throughout his stellar career in Hollywood and the world. So I'll just start off where I can start off. He was born on today's date, the 26th of May in 1907. He would have been 114 years old today if he was still breathing. He died on June 11th, 1979, and he was 72 when he perished. I believe it was stomach cancer. If I'm wrong, it was some form of what we know to be cancer, but I believe it was stomach cancer that took John Wayne from us. But he lives on in his movies and his television productions, his talk show appearances, his specials. It just goes on and on and on and on. He was born in Winterset, Iowa. His real name was Marion Mitchell Morrison. Marion Mitchell Morrison. He went to USC on a football scholarship as a young lad. They moved from Iowa to California when he was young, and that's where he grew up, in Southern California. And he was all set to get a scholarship and play football for USC, the University of Southern California, or as some people call the University of Spoiled Children, USC, the University of Spoiled Children. A very, very difficult institution to get accepted to. You need to bring money, lots of it. Some parents have a lot of money, and that's not even enough. They have to lie about their son and daughter's occupations, their sports affiliates, just to gain access to this prestigious institution. If you're a graduate of USC, you could write a book on how to stand on your head in the middle of a snowstorm, and it would be published simply because you had that pigskin, as they call it, from USC. It doesn't even have to be a book of any interest, any knowledge, any worth. It just doesn't matter. USC is the only thing that potential publishers or employers will see and it's a ticket. It's a ticket. It's the golden ticket. USC, University of Spoiled Children. So he went there, and he was in a surfing accident, and he broke his collarbone, and he lost his scholarship. He didn't have the heart to tell the coach. And all this you can Google on your own and get all the additional facts about John Wayne's life. But he was in a surfing accident, bodyboarding, I think, or not surfing, but the board that goes hits the boogie board, maybe I think they call it. Anyway, as everybody knows, I had a fella that lived close to me on Long Island growing up, and he got hit with the surfboard going up in the air, and he came down and hit him right above the eye. God, he could have been killed, knocked unconscious, drowned, could have lost an eye. So surfing, you have to watch out. Once those waves hit those boards, they become catapults, shock slingshots. So he received this collarbone injury from boogie boarding, and he had to lose his football scholarship at USC, and lost all his money, didn't have any money, and had to leave the institution. But the coach was friendly with Mix, that famous movie star Mix. Tom Mix, I think his name was. He was a Western cowboy star at the time, and I guess the coach of USC used to provide him with tickets to the games. So the coach knew Mix, and they gave John Wayne a job in the prop department at the studio. And he did bit parts, and I guess he did extras, and that's how he got his start in show business. And as you know, the rest is history. I just picked out two movies. I've seen a lot of John Wayne movies. These are True Grit, 1969. He won an Oscar. He only won one Oscar in his career. He was nominated, I think, twice more. The Shootist is, I think, one of his last films, called The Shootist. It's about an aging gunslinger who's dying of terminal cancer, and it's pretty good. I liked it a lot. True Grit was unbelievable. I remember seeing that with my family at Radio City Music Hall in New York City, and it was just outstanding. That one scene when he puts the horse's reins in his teeth and he shoots both guns out, both sides, and he just charges them. And to see that on the big screen as a young lad, it was just, it was amazing. And True Grit, and The Quiet Man. No St. Paddy's Day is complete without a viewing of The Quiet Man, 1952. The Sands of Iwo is another one. You'll have to locate it and correctly correct it. Is another stellar film. But he's been in a lot of films, mostly westerns, how he got his start. And on his gravestone, he requested that it be, and I'll say this slow, because I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, F-E-O, so you can write this down if you want, if you're viewing this, F-E-O, F-U-E-R-T-E, 2 words, Y-F-O-R-M-A-L. So 1, 2, a letter, and another word. So F-E-O, second word, F-U-E-R-T-E, the letter Y, it looks like, from my research, and the last word, F-O-R-M-A-L. And this is a Spanish term, and what it means in translation in English is ugly, strong, and dignified. John Wayne was a real passionate, opinionated person at the time. He appeared in a Playboy interview some time ago, and that came up today and was flagged as unacceptable speech, even though it was made back, I guess, in the 70s or perhaps in the late early 80s. a Playboy interview, and as a result, USC took down the John Wayne display or tribute at the college. He had strong opinions. He would meet with other actors like Kirk Douglas, and he would say, "We're the last strong breed there is." Kirk Douglas at the time, he was doing a movie about Michelangelo or Da Vinci, or something. I think it was Da Vinci, and John Wayne took him to task and said, "There's only a few of us left, and we have to make movies that are, and he used a derogatory term for a homosexual at the time. So he was he was for the blacklisting of so-called communists in Hollywood at that time, and he was not everybody's cup of tea politically. One of the reasons why a lot of moviegoers or fans of moviegoers and fans of movie stars want movie stars to stick to just the acting and keep the political side to themselves for this probably very reason. But he was an astonishing actor, bigger than life. He was so big that in 1975, the Japanese Emperor Hirohito, you know what I'm saying, Hirohito, Hirohito, wanted to meet John Wayne while he visited the United States. And in 1959, Khrushchev, Russian President Nikita Khrushchev, even if I knew what it was, when I look at it on paper, then I really butcher it. So I guess I'll just spell it. That's about the easiest way, so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's like I'm speaking another language. The first name is Nikita, Nikita, and the last name is Khrushchev. So Nikita Khrushchev, the president of Russia, when he visited the United States in 1959, he had two requests. One was to meet John Wayne, and the other one was to go to Disney World. And that's how huge John Wayne was. And I heard they even made him look even larger in movies. They'd make the door sills even smaller to make John Wayne look that much larger. And he didn't mind punching somebody right in the face, John Wayne. You didn't want to get on the bad side of John Wayne. I'm sure you'll enjoy a lot of his movies, and I know I have. He won a Golden Globe for True Grit as well. He's also gave the Golden Globes gave him a Cecil D. McGill, the great director, an award, and I think he got another Golden Globe for something else. He's gotten Presidential Freedom the Presidential Freedom. What's it called? The Presidential Medal of Freedom. He was received by Jimmy Carter in 1980 after his death, and he was given the Congressional Gold Medal in 1979. Just around before his death. The Congressional Gold Medal and the Presidential Medal of Freedom are two of the most highest honors a civilian can. It's the equivalent of being knighted when people are knighted over across the pond in England. And so he received those two accolades. And he was married, I think, 3 times. He had a number of children. He drove an American car, nothing fancy. They named the airport after him in Orange County. It's John Wayne Airport. He was a fixture of Southern California. And I remember his appearances on the Johnny Carson show, just bigger than life. And his grave was unmarked. His grave was unmarked until 1999. Don't ask me why. Until they put that what do they call it? Epitaph on his gravestone: ugly, strong, and dignified. So that's all I have on John Wayne. Just 179 film and TV productions over 30 years. And what can I say? I thought that would be something special to bring up today on items of interest for this wonderful Wednesday. Another beautiful day in Austin, Texas. And so God bless John Wayne. John Wayne, right before his death or near his death, became a Christian or a Catholic. Before, up to that point, I'm not sure what he was. Maybe a Lutheran. I'm not sure. Maybe he was without a true faith. I don't know. But if you get a chance, watch his movies. True Grit for sure. I mean, talk about a good movie. And the scenery and the country and the horses. If you love horses, you got to love John Wayne movies. And the Sands of Iwo Jima, I think it is, was one of the ones that put him over the top as a war hero in the movies. He got a deferment. I don't think he served in the military at that time. He got a deferment for whatever reason. But like I said, it's a very extensive biography. There's so many things to talk about. And I want to say, while I'm here in the Sacred Heart Cemetery, rest in peace, John Wayne. Rest in peace, Carl LeBeau. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. Rest in peace, Jeff Scott. Rest in peace, my sister Susie. And rest in peace, Flor. Flor in the Philippines passed away just recently. Just a beautiful woman. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Marianne, the Filipino acquaintance and relative. Miriam, a wonderful, wonderful person. And Rachel. It always seems that God always takes the good ones first, doesn't it? All the good ones are taken first for whatever reason, and we're left with many dented cans.